For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Camping and Leisure with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you guys a review on a brand new product from Vango. This here is the Vango Faros. Comes in a low and a tall model, and it's a driveway awning, like I said, designed if you want to have it for little VWs or sort of bigger motorhomes. It's actually Vango's first kind of poled driveway awning they've actually done. It's quite surprising actually how they've managed to create something that's quite very good value, but still retain so many different features. It's kind of, there's also a version of this just to be aware of in the Air range called the Palm Air. So the Palm Air is virtually exactly the same, just obviously it's inflatable rather than necessarily just fiberglass poles, 12.7 mils, which you got on here. So yeah, again, but that is only available in a low size, so there's not a tall size for motorhomes. Same kind of features, same kind of fabric. So the joys of this yet again is that you've got a clip-in, clip-out ground sheet, so it toggles in, toggles out. And it also means that you've necessarily got no trip hazard walking in and out of the actual part itself. You've got also just simply feeding two fiberglass poles straight through, feed on your rail, relentless freestand, and also the one thing I find is not many pole models actually kind of have the levels of features that you come to love with the price point of this. So sort of things you got again, obviously gyro points with fluorescent parts, so you're going to stop people tripping over it. The door itself, you've got obviously a nice wide open door, but the door is a mesh part for the door itself, so the whole door can be rolled down, and you've got a beautiful big window in the front here as well. And what I've noticed you can also do, there's also a blind for that said window, but you've got little eyelets in the corner, so you can actually create a little mini canopy out like so. Just some king poles, and it gives you a little bit extra room, and it's quite shallow to be fair. And you can just roll it up, and it's got little toggle points just below. Like I say, there's a complete front mesh door in there as well, which is very rare for something of this sort of size and certainly price. And you've just got essentially a toggle retainer at the top here, just to kind of keep it all at bay. You've still got things from Vango like TBS systems, so tension band, which is almost like internal guy ropes, to give it more stability and stronger weather. It's something that's obviously exclusive to Vango and that. There's actually, like I said, something that's quite small and compact, it's obviously very light. It's below 10 kilograms for the whole part, which when you're traveling light, certainly with like a V-dub, it just makes it much easier to store in places and not worry about weight. But generally, like I say, clipping ground sheets. You've got a door on this side here to the awning, so if you don't want to go for the front door, or leave the mesh in place, you can easily just open up, come in inside of there. What you also find is actually there is two doors on the back. On the attachment itself. So what you can do is you can roll that back, which means you can actually come into the awning without, into your van I should say, without going through the awning every time. So you want to keep that sealed up, leave stuff in there, you can come in and you've got one either side, which is quite remarkable yet again. So it doesn't matter which way the wind's blowing, you can enter it as you please. Low level ventilation, so you've got a nice big crystal clear window here. Low level ventilation to give you guys a good circulation of air, but you've also got blinds on the inside as well to give yourself privacy when you want to. As with any kind of driveway awning, you've got the ability to zip the back part up, keep it sealed, and then drive away and leave it freestanding, and that can be positioned sort of completely open or halfway, allowing you to create a little bit of mini storage area behind. You've got a little bracer pole in the roof as well, just a fiberglass pole, just to help to keep the roof nice and taut and get again a little bit of extra strength in those stronger weather conditions. Just insert it into little pockets, like so. The things I would say just be aware of, you can't actually physically put it in a bedroom in. So wherever you look at something like the Travel Pod Mini from Camper, that comes within the bedroom included in the price, whereas obviously this necessarily, it's as you see it, but internal headroom is probably better in this, and features are better, but the Travel Pod Mini is probably a bit bigger, comes within the bedroom, so it's kind of where you want to. If you're looking for something that's sleeping, probably that might be a better shout, whereas you want something just sort of something small, compact for day uses, this is a nice idea as well. But like I said, by having sort of that canopy out and sitting in here, it gives you a great bit of extra spare room. There was to be said that you can actually buy a freestanding inner to go inside of here if you wanted to sleep someone, so you've always got that aspect at a later date if need be. So you've also got, wherever you've got windows, you've got obviously curtains for privacy. So you've got privacy curtains on the side there. But generally, it comes with some throw-over straps so you can attach it to the vehicle. Things like CADA and that sort of stuff, or driveway kits are an optional extra anyway. But I think for the price point for a pole model, I think there's a lot to talk about. I'm quite surprised actually on how Vango have got it down to such a great cost and they've not compromised on the quality. I mean, obviously the fabric itself is your bog standard sort of fabric you find in tents, and it's quite surprising and delightful that actually first time they've actually done a pole model, and they've seemed to have done a very good job. But it's one thing we'll probably have up our indoor display showroom, so you can come and check it out. Like I said, it's most likely in a tall or large size, but any problems or anything, let us know what you think of the product in the comment below. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and let us know what you think. But this here is our little review on the Vango Faros low and also the tall model as well.